Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Paul Pogba open to Premier League offers if he leaves Manchester United this summer. Not so long ago it said Pogba is open to staying at Man United beyond the end of his contract. Paul Pogba's current contract at Manchester United expires in the summer. Revert back to earlier on this season. It said Pogba would be willing to stay at Man United as long as Ralph Rangnick is the manager for next season. It did mention that Pogba has been impressed by Ralph Rangnick since his arrival. I've got to give Paul Pogba a lot of credit. He's done really well since he returned from injury. Pogba did not start against Brighton recently, but he did come on and he got an assist. He played very well in the 1-1 draw against Southampton, but unfortunately he had a goal disallowed in that game. He scored in the 1-1 draw against Burnley at Turf Moor. That was his first goal of the season. And he did very well on his return in the cup game against Middlesbrough. This season has been Pogba's 6th season at Manchester United since he re-signed. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far. He's played over 200 games since he re-signed, and Manchester United paid £89 million for Pogba, so reflecting on that, he's our most expensive signing at the moment. We had him when he was a lot younger under the Sir Alex Ferguson era, but had to let him go due to limited appearances. Now, I want to give you some more news on Cristiano Ronaldo. So, Cristiano Ronaldo is annoying the Manchester United squad because he wants to lead the club. It does mention that Harry Maguire and Marcus Rashford are unhappy. Cristiano Ronaldo did score in the 2-0 win against Brighton. It was an amazing goal by Ronaldo. It was good to see him end his goal drought. You know, it was Ronaldo's first goal of 2022. Cristiano Ronaldo could quit Manchester United in the summer, halfway into his 2-year deal. And Ronaldo told his friends that he is starting to feel his age. Prior to the game against Brighton, he said that Cristiano Ronaldo and Ralph Rangnick's relationship at Man United is totally fractured. That was according to a report from Spain. Next month, Ronaldo is planning for showdown talks with his agent about his Manchester United future. Don't forget, over 3 weeks ago, Ronaldo gave an interview. And not so long ago, it said Manchester United consider swapping Cristiano Ronaldo for PSG boss Mauricio Potacino. And not so long ago, Ronaldo's son was unveiled as a Manchester United Academy player. Ronaldo has scored 15 goals in all competitions since he re-signed. He's got over 800 goals in his career. Manchester United re-signed Ronaldo last summer for 20 million with add-ons included. He wears a number 7 shirt, and Ronaldo's contract at Manchester United expires next year. There is an option to extend his contract for a further year. Ronaldo receives almost £500,000 a week, so he is the highest earner at Man United at the moment. He has won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. I reckon a lot of players are going to leave Man United in the summer. Edinson Cavani, he will leave. He said prior to the Brighton game that Edinson Cavani is expected to leave as a free agent in the summer. Edinson Cavani prefers a move to La Liga. Revert back to earlier on this season, Rangnick did reveal that Edinson Cavani wanted to stay at Man United until the end of the season. Cavani's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Man United got Cavani on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. Cavani's not available for Man United at the moment because he is out with injury until early March. He's had a few injuries since he signed for the club. Jesse Lingard, I reckon that he'll leave the football club in the summer. Lingard should have left last month, but Manchester United blocked his exit. If you do remember rightly, Newcastle and West Ham were battling it out to get him on loan. Lingard's out of contract at Man United in the summer. He has been part of the club for a long time because he risen up our academy and that, but he doesn't get in the team. Juan Mata, he'll also leave the club in the summer. He's out of contract at Manchester United in the summer. Don't have a great deal of a perception on Mata anymore because Mata doesn't get in the team. Mata lost his place in the team a while ago. And he's lost that yard of pace and he's aging up. But despite all of that, he's had a good career at Manchester United. Mata's made 277 appearances in all competitions and he's scored 51 goals. And he's been at Manchester United for 8 years, so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving player. Man United got Juan Mata from Chelsea back in 2014, got him for 37.1 million. I think it was 40 million with add-ons included. Back in 2020, Mata rejected an 18 million a year contract offer to play in Saudi Arabia. Matic, I'm expecting him to leave Manchester United in the summer. He's out of contract at Man United in the summer. And as you all know, I've always had my reservations about Matic because he's always been a static midfielder, plus he's aging up and that. But, he has had his good games at Man United. Matic isn't one of our first choice midfielders, but despite that, he still seems to get his opportunities. He's the only predominant centre defensive midfielder Man United have got at the moment. Matic is out at the moment with a shin injury. He's been at Manchester United for over 4 years. We got him from Chelsea back in 2017. Got him for £40 million. Man United will look to sell Harry Maguire and Aaron Wan-Bissaka in the summer. Harry Maguire, he did well against Brighton, to be fair, recently. He looked solid at the back. He looked good in possession. And he brought the ball out well from the back. And I do recall him having a chance in the 81st minute of the game. But obviously one good performance by Maguire is not going to change our perception on him. He's still not good enough. Prior to the game against Brighton, Rangnick was protecting Harry Maguire. He did say that Maguire is our captain, and I've no reason to change that. You know, there has been a lot of Manchester United fans saying that the captaincy needs to be taken off Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire's been at Manchester United over 2 years and he's endured a few injuries since he signed for the club. We certainly overpaid for him. We got Maguire for 80 million, so he's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment and he's the second most expensive signing at the club. And now Wan-Bissaka, he's not good enough, plus he doesn't get in the team now because obviously Diego Dalot is our first choice right back under Rangnick. I think Bissaka's good defensively, but the attacking side of his game, he's not good enough. I reckon Jones and Bailly will leave in the summer. Dean Henderson will also leave in the summer because Dean Henderson doesn't get in goal now because revert back to last summer, De Gea reclaimed that number 1 spot back. Henderson's only made 3 appearances this season and not so long ago Dean Henderson got arrested for abusing his girlfriend. So there you go. I'm expecting Manchester United to make signings in the summer transfer window as well. You know, Manchester United want to sign a midfielder because when Rangnick first came in, he identified Manchester United's midfield as a weakness. Rangnick has endured 1 transfer window as Manchester United's interim manager. And Man United endured a very disappointing January transfer window. Because obviously, you know, Rangnick didn't get backed like he actually promised he was going to get backed. You know, we didn't make any signings. You know, Lingard and Henderson should have left last month, but we blocked their exits. We had the incident with Mason Greenwood towards the end of last month. Around 8 players left Manchester United last month. Ralph Rangnick wants the permanent Man United job. Romano mentioned that recently. At the moment, Rangnick is Manchester United's interim manager until the end of the season. Then it did say that Rangnick is expected to take up a consultancy role for a further 2 years. Rangnick has been Manchester United's interim manager for almost 3 months now. He's managed like 14 games so far in all competitions. He's lost 2 games at the moment. He's only lost 1 game in the Premier League. You know, there's been good performances under Rangnick. There's also been poor performances as well. But like I've said so many times on my recent videos, you know, Rangnick has been totally blameless for them poor performances. The players have had to take responsibility for those poor performances. Nothing much has changed under Rangnick to what we saw under Solskjaer. You know, Rangnick, I've got a lot of respect for him. He's a very, very good coach. And to his credit, you know, he has made changes since he's come to Man United because, you know, earlier on this season he recommended Ewan Sharping as an assistant coach and analyst. He also recommended Chris Armisen as an assistant coach and he recommended Saz Chalenzin as a sports psychologist. Before Manchester United, Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. As you all know, Rangnick and Richard Arnold want Erik ten Hag to become the next Manchester United manager. And there's a lot of Manchester United fans that would like to see Erik ten Hag be the next manager. I think Erik ten Hag would be capable of winning trophies at Man United. And I reckon if he came to managing the Premier League, he'd replicate what he's done at Ajax. You've got to admire the work he's done at Ajax. He's developed the young players well. He's won a couple of titles with them. Revert back to 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals. So there you go. And he's been Ajax manager for over 4 years. Ajax appointed him in back in 2017. He's out of contract at Ajax next year. Before Ajax, he managed Utrecht, Bayern Munich's reserves, and before then managed Go Ahead Eagles. So Ajax is the 4th club he's managing in his managerial career. There's a very good chance though that Mauricio Potacino will be Manchester United's next permanent manager. I'm hearing that Mauricio Potacino is the favourite to become Man United's next manager. Not so long ago, it said that Mauricio Potacino is open to joining Man United after his fallout with PSG with the summer arrival of Lionel Messi. The other week, Potacino responded to Manchester United's interest, and Potacino did insist that he's still 200% focused on PSG despite Manchester United's interest. Man United players want Mauricio Potacino as their next manager. Reports from France said earlier on this season that Potacino could be sacked by March, and Potacino's job could hinge on PSG getting to the next round of the Champions League. PSG have just beaten Real Madrid 1-0 in the first leg of the last 16 of the Champions League. And earlier on this season, Potacino reportedly told his friends he will be leaving PSG in the summer. Potacino's been in charge of PSG for over a year now. I think he's won a French Cup with them, and his contract at PSG expires next year. PSG are trying to get Zidane to replace Potacino. Like I've said to you so many times, Potacino is a good manager, even though he's hardly won anything. And he's proven in the Premier League as well, which is beneficial because before he managed Tottenham and he managed Southampton. And revert back to when Man United sacked Mourinho. We should have got Potacino then, but the club decided to go with Solskjaer instead. And prior to the Southampton game, was it? He said Man United had added Luis Enrique to their managerial shortlist. Luis Enrique is the head coach of the Spain national team. Manchester United are looking for the 5th permanent manager since Ferguson retired. 4 permanent managers have been sacked since Ferguson. We sacked David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, and last year Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The Glazers, they've been one of the biggest issues at the club for a very long time. We need to get the Glazers out. The Glazers have owned Manchester United for around 16 and a half years now. The Glazers bought the club for 500 million back in 2005. And revert back towards the end of last season, the Glazers were planning to scrap the Champions League for that European Super League. And obviously reflecting on that, Man United fans protested against the Glazers at the Carrington training ground and at Old Trafford. But in the end, the Glazers did apologise. Well, that's what Solskjaer did mention at that time when he was Man United manager. Towards the end of last season, it said the Glazers were only willing to sell Man United, but for only £4 billion. I'm glad that Woodward stepped down. He stepped down at, was it the beginning of this month? because Woodward was one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. Ed Woodward was Manchester United's vice chairman for around 17 years. Obviously, Richard Arnold replaced Ed Woodward as the new chief executive. The only chance Manchester United have got of winning the trophy this season is the Champions League, and I'm very sceptical we're going to win that, so looks very imminent that it's going to be another trophyless season for Man United. Manchester United have not won a trophy since 2017, that's 5 years ago now. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. We haven't won the Premier League since 2013. We've only won 4 trophies in 10 years. Now, Manchester United's next game is Leeds United at Ellen Road. It is Sunday, the 20th of February. It's a 2 o'clock kickoff. On my last video, I gave you the preview for the game. Obviously, Manchester United are coming into the game on the back of a 2-0 win against Brighton. Reflecting on the win against Brighton, that moved Manchester United back into the top 4. So yeah, Man United are in the top 4 race now. As for Leeds, they lost their last game 3-0 to Everton, and they're 15th in the Premier League at the moment. The last time Leeds beat Man United was back in the FA Cup third round in January 2010. It was 1-0 to Leeds. The goal came from Jermaine Beckford. Like I said on the preview, I do know a lot of the players that Leeds have got. They do have Rafinha. He's probably the best player that Leeds have got, but to be honest with you, Rafinha has been out of form recently. Diego Llorente, he's good. Patrick Bamford, he's very good. You know, he scores a lot of goals for Leeds. Not going to be available for the game on Sunday because Bamford is out with injury. Leeds got Bamford from Middlesbrough. Rodrigo, he's been very poor for Leeds. You know, he's done nowhere near as well as a lot of Leeds fans expected. Leeds did get Rodrigo from Valencia. Junior Firpo, he's also been very poor for Leeds. Leeds got him from Barcelona. Junior Firpo is out with injury at the moment. Daniel James, he's done well since he went to Leeds. Leeds got Daniel James off us last year. We offloaded Daniel James because he never really got in our team. If he does play in the game on Sunday, he will be reuniting with Manchester United. They've got Joe Gelhardt. Young player. Leeds got him from Wigan. Sam Greenwood. He's an under-23s player, but I've seen him in Leeds' first team. Leeds got Sam Greenwood from Arsenal. Leeds also have Calvin Phillips, very good midfielder. Manchester United are linked with him, and I've recently heard that Arsenal and Liverpool have entered the race. I think Leeds value Calvin Phillips at around 60 million. Calvin Phillips is out with injury at the moment. Don't think he's going to be playing any part on Sunday. Jack Harrison. Obviously Leeds have him. Good player, to be fair. Leeds got him from Man City. Before though, Jack Harrison was on loan at Leeds for 3 seasons. Liam Cooper, don't rate him at all. He can't cross a ball. Liam Cooper is out with injury at the moment. They got Click. I used to think he was good, but I don't think he's good anymore. Stuart Dallas, he's very, very good. He's versatile. You know, he can play in numerous positions, but I think he's predominantly a right back. Stuart Dallas is out with injury at the moment. Leeds also have Adam Forshaw. One point he was out with injury for a while. They have Tyler Roberts. Tyler Roberts is only a young player. Don't really rate him, to be honest with you. Luke Ayling, you know, he's a good defender for Leeds. The goalkeeper Leeds have is Mayele, if I pronounce his name correctly. Mayele is Leeds' first choice goalkeeper. Don't forget Leeds did lose Alioski. Alioski went to Saudi Arabia from Leeds. Leeds losing Alioski was a big blow. So there you go, and the Leeds manager is Marcelo Bielsa. He's been Leeds manager for quite a few years now. Last year, Marcelo Bielsa signed a 1-year contract. He only signs 1-year deals. Managed quite a lot of clubs in his managerial career. A long time ago, Bielsa managed in Argentina. A while ago as well, Marcelo Bielsa worked with Pep Guardiola, and Marcelo Bielsa taught Pep Guardiola. And obviously Pep Guardiola's been following Marcelo Bielsa's philosophy at Man City. Leeds though have been bad this season. You know, they was far superior last season. You know, last season Leeds enjoyed a very good season to their standard. You know, last season Leeds finished, 9th? The season before last they won the Championship. That was their first trophy in 28 years. Don't forget, back in 2004 Leeds did get relegated and they were out of the top flight for 16 years. But I'm expecting my club, Manchester United, to win this game. You know, this fixture at Ellen Road last season was 0-0. Man United did beat Leeds 5-1 at Old Trafford on the opening day of this season. You know, Man United beat Leeds 6-2 at Old Trafford last season. You know, Man United beat Leeds 4-0 in Australia back in the summer of 2019. That game was a pre-season game, and Man United beat Leeds in the League Cup 3-0 back in 2011. And like I've said on the preview, you know, Man United have done transfer business with Leeds before. You know, we got Cantona off them, Rio Ferdinand off them, and Alan Smith came to Man United from Leeds. So I'm really looking forward to the game. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.